looking good as they came into the arena before the game. Important to make a splash in hostile territory. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it can only mean one thing. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, "I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling." Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Shamet and Leonard are on the wing. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the 5. Here's Beverly. And he can't bank that one in. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. Osman, the pass to Garland. To the wing right side. For 3, Love.
Nice to see Patterson make a difference on the defensive end of the floor, staying with his man.
And the rejection by Leonard.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Here's Shamet. And the Clippers miss again. The Cavaliers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Garland. The putback. And no good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
And there's the pass to Shamet. And here is Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Garland. And that one is good from Zubac.
And finally, somebody knocks down a shot. This has not been pretty thus far.
Passes it to Osman. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Garland. Goes up at the stripe, and it's denied.
You need more of this from Patterson. Such a big frame inside. I like to see it when he's swatting it away.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
But you're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
The
up.
NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously
so fun.
exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged 17 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered. Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Leonard falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Now, here's Garland. Defense is right there. The open look here for Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 6. Leonard dishes to Beverly. Back to Leonard. To the paint, 8 feet away. Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And he drops it in from the low post. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Leonard with no one around. Drills the three-pointer.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Sexton with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Shamet. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Osman. He's covered by Shamet. Releases from 15. It's hauled in by Zubats. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
Now, here's Garland. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Zubats. Here's Leonard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 9.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Garland, the pass to Love. Here's Osman. Love, right side. He dishes it to Thompson. Pass to Osman. The 3. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jacks up a 3. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Leonard, no luck.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Love outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Leonard. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Now, going back to his college days, this is one of Leonard's favorite moves, the simple pull-up off the dribble.
Love right side. The pass to Garland. Here's Osman, defended by Beverly. Second chance shot, and it's Love laying it in.
Well, strength and attitude there on the glass shown by Kevin Love.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011. Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Nancy's checked in for Thompson. Porter comes in for Jetty Osman. Clarkson, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. JaMychal Green comes in for Patrick Patterson. Harkless is checked in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Landry Shamet. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Cleveland. Here's Williams, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
The offensive rebound. The shot's good from Love. Love's got his second bucket.
Maybe some underrated parts of Kevin Love is the strength that he has in that lower body. Excels at absorbing that contact and then up and powers through.
Now here's Williams, coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Love. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And you know, there are some players who are playing currently, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things like Chris Paul and Mike Conley that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
Here's Dellavedova after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Now here's Beverly, defended by Dellavedova. And Beverly kicks to Williams. Plenty of space. Love grabs the board. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game. Clarkson. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Now here's Beverly. He's tightly guarded. Passes it to Green. Back to Harrell. Here's Harkless. Off target from three-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Clarkson on the wing for 3. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Beverly against Nance. And that one's good. Beverly. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Clarkson. He has 6. Now, here is Dellavedova. Shot clock at 5. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist from Dellavedova. 7 points for Kevin Love.
their third three-pointer in a row.
There's Williams with the three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside, here's Nance, and the jam by Larry Nance.
So fun to watch Larry Nance Jr. get up and be in flight.
Williams with the ball, guarded now by Kevin Love.
Well, a great three-point shooting team for many, many years. The Cavs took a massive step backward last season, and their inability to score from downtown really cost them.
And both free throws good for Williams.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Clarkson. Rebound by Harrell.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Beverly dishes to Williams. Pass to Harkless. Porter with the steal. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Los Angeles on top, up by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. And playing at the center as opposed to his customary power forward position, not Kevin Love.
The adjustment for me has just, having to play, dynamic fives, stretch fives.
The league in general, GA, going smaller. Love finding himself more and more, moving up to the 5.
Yeah, he can certainly rebound at that position, and his perimeter shooting at the 5 makes him a tough cover.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Harkless is out there with Jermichael Green, and Harrell's in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
I like to see Lou Williams hustle like this, looking determined to get past everybody and be ahead of the pack.
Now here is Dellavedova, defended by Beverly. Love outside. There's the triple, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Now here's Beverly, defended by Dellavedova. And it's Beverly missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Love the pass to Dellavedova. Knocked loose. Here's Harkless. No good from outside. Cleveland's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And then slams it in.
This is a nice connection with Larry Nance Jr. Throw it his way. He'll take care of the rest.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Harrell, the pass to Williams, over Nance, and misses it off the right side of the rim. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Now, here's Clarkson. Defense right on him. Well, wide open look for Love. Offline with his 3. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Raptors. Yep, that one goes in there. Beverly's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
He's attacking right now. Patrick Beverly just getting fired up, and his team is doing the same.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Yeah, but the last few years, when you talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run, much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior years, but this could be the year with these additions where they break through.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Osman comes in for Porter. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Garland in for Matthew Dellavedova. The Clippers also making some changes. Patterson, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Maurice Harkless. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3-ball here in the second quarter.
Williams with a clean look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Pass to Garland. And Thompson kicks to Osman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the 3. No good that time. 3 that time from Leonard. Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Nance outside. Oh, Nance in position. Here's Osman. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Sexton. And he's good on the 3-ball. Sexton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Williams finds Harrell. And Thompson sends it back.
Tristan did a great job of elevating to deny that one.
Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Shamet. Here's Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, last year, interesting under-the-radar season as Tristan Thompson statistically had a very, very good year. A career best rate in rebounding, scoring, and assists. That's a big guy down on the inside. And Tristan Thompson provides you some great foundation on a nightly basis to bring physicality to the game.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Here's Osman. He's covered by Leonard. Basket good. Osman's got 7. And as well as he played last season, the former Iron Man, Tristan Thompson, struggled with injury.
Yeah, fewest games played of his career in any given season. And for a guy who went 4 straight seasons playing every game, deep into the playoffs, games that physically and mentally take a toll on you. Last season was a tough one for Tristan that way.
Now, here's Sexton. D right on him. And it's Osman missing.
Still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Brent, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season, allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Williams passes to Leonard. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Cleveland's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Garland kicks to Nance. Here's Osman. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Osman's got 10 points. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Here's Thompson, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Well, Thompson's out there to throw his weight around. He did it that time.
Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for.
And last year, not only did the Cavs fail to return to the finals, they only won 19 games.
Yeah, and they won 50 games the year before without Kyrie. That's how much LeBron James meant to this franchise. He defines the word irreplaceable.
Zubac can't hit that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And the first one drops. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
That aggressive mindset of his, Leonard putting it on the floor and drawing contact.
And the second free throw, good. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his 2nd Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
Shot clock at 2. And another miss by Cleveland. Clippers trail by 5. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Steady strides in Kawhi Leonard being more and more comfortable as the go-to scorer for this team.
And here is Garland. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And a brief check of the stats for Williams. Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 20 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
And then slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Shamet on the wing, covered by Nance. And Patterson kicks to Williams. Now the pass to Zubac. Launches it. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Garland with the bucket. And the Clippers call time here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Patrick Patterson. Williams looking around. And Thompson sends it back. They retain possession. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Here's Osman. He's got 10. And Brent out of Macedonia, Jetty Osman, 24 years of age and second in minutes played for the Cavs last season.
Yeah, Jetty, a lot of tumult around the team with his introduction to NBA basketball, but don't forget, a couple years playing pro in Europe and a top player on the Turkish national team. I think he's really ready for a bigger role with this organization.
Outside Williams. The Cavaliers pull it in. Garland with it. Thompson outside. Now Sexton. Pass to Nance. He feeds it to Thompson. It's good. Thompson's got the lead up to 10 now for Cleveland.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Will it go? And it's Leonard missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Well, the mobility part of Larry Nance Jr. is such a huge advantage. At his size, he moves so well around the basket and also gets up quickly off the floor.
Outside Williams. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started. They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Oh, Nance in position. Nails the baby hook. Nance has got 10.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. A 12-point game. The dish now to Leonard. Sexton grabs the board.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
32 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Thompson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Pass to Nance. Over to the wing. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Williams. With the floater, and the rejection by Zubac. That'll do it for the first half. Cavaliers on top as they end the second quarter with an Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. What a performance so far tonight by Kevin Love. He had 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 block. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
I felt they had a lack of intensity defensively. They gave up way too many threes. I mean, somebody needs to pull out the fire hose because this fire is out of control, and it certainly wasn't because of their defense.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. And it's Nance in at the three. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
Garland, the pass to Thompson. He kicks to Garland. Six to shoot. They get the rebound. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
In a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard, John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
And here's Love from the arc. Cleveland gets it back.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today. Yeah, good job to take it right at the
And a huge piece of the Tobias Harris trade last year, Brent. Landry Shamet shows a lot of promise.
Yeah, interesting for Lambeau, as they call him, at age 22 out of Wichita State, to come into the league, show his ability to shoot from the three-point line, shot 40% from deep while taking over 4 a game last year, seemed very comfortable in seeking out the line. And the opportunity for him now with the star power around him, a lot more is going to open up for Landry Shamet to be a third or fourth guy on the offensive end to make some major contributions.
Now here's Beverly. And it's Leonard top of the key. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
There's no way he even felt that contact. That's what makes Leonard so tough to defend on the dribble drive.
Cleveland leading by 11. And here is Garland. 6 points for him. Over Patterson. Love trying to break loose. Garland, no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Leonard attacking. Here's Beverly. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Now Cleveland shooting 41% for the game. Garland kicks to Osman. Wide open look. Good on the jump shot. Osman's got 13 points. And here is Los Angeles now. Beverly dishes to Leonard. And the shot goes in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Cavaliers leading. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. There's Garland, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Beverly, the pass to Patterson. Misses off the left eye.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And that one's good. Osman
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And the Clippers call time here. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Porter's checked in for Osman. Clarkson comes in for Colin Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. JaMychal Green comes in for Patrick Patterson. Here's Leonard. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Dellavedova scanning the floor. Fires from deep. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Beverly. He's got 6. Pass to Leonard. Back to Beverly. And Harrell wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And that one's good by Porter.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Count that one. Green's got his second basket of the night.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Dellavedova kicks to Clarkson. Back to Dellavedova. Clarkson with the ball. He's got 6. Clock is at 3. It's Porter outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Harrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. Leonard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Leonard's got 8 points in the quarter.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered closely. Love against Harrell. 4 on the clock. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Leonard, no luck.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top 2A threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
Porter, no luck. Clippers trail by 16. Harkless the pass to Leonard. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Thompson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. For Cleveland, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in, and so he's able to get 1 of 2. And to have someone, Brent, with the size and the strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman. He's traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set. That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Beverly, the pass to Williams. No good that time, and Cleveland will come the other way. Here's Dellavedova. Lays it up off the glass. Dellavedova's got his first basket of the night.
How about Telly getting pinballed around out there, but good body control to get that one to go.
Williams. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Tipped away. Stolen by Beverly. And Thompson sends it back. Now Dellavedova. Kicks it to Clarkson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Clarkson's got 11 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Looking now at some numbers from Montrezl Harrell. He had a strong showing last season. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. And Porter, here we go. Green with the block. And they'll keep possession. The shot's good from Nance. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. The feed to Green. Poked loose. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Dellavedova. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Dellavedova's got 4 this quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Williams against Clarkson. Williams dishes to Beverly. Now here's Harkless. He's guarded by Love. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Cleveland. Sexton comes in for Clarkson. And it's Garland in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Beverly kicks to Harrell. Here's Harkless. They can't stop the run with that one. Well, Cleveland shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Garland with the bucket.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And the Clippers call time here. Kevin Love with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Cleveland. Clippers shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Williams passes to Green. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Osman, defended by Harkless. Here's Garland. They get it again. Nance. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. 5th is Montrezl Harrell.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Patterson, he's checked in for Jermichael Green.
Well, the athleticism here runs in the genes for Larry Nance Jr. You remember his dad back in 1984 was in the NBA Slam Dunk Contest. And the cool story about Larry Nance playing in Cleveland, in the town he grew up in. That's awesome stuff.
Osman, the pass to Love. The three-pointer is right on target. Love's got 24 points.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now, here's Garland. Guarded closer. Down low. It's deflected, and he gets it back.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
with 1 on the clock. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Cleveland up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So for the Clippers right now, Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Robinson, and it's Mann in at the point guard. And obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Robinson, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Knocked away. Here's Magruder. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Magruder continuing to grind out possessions. That time takes punishment.
Well, the undrafted Rodney Magruder, Greg, has earned his way into the NBA.
It was 25 by the time of Magruder's rookie season. Has spent some time overseas and in the G League, but he's improved his game and has kind of carved out a spot here in the league.
Outside Knight. 6 on the shot clock. Poked away. Stolen by Robinson. And now the Clippers on the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Over time, Magruder just continues to pound away to try to find a spot where he can get more and more comfortable in a rotation in the NBA.
You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
Knight passes to Cook. Now here's Garland. Knight wide open, and another 3 for Cleveland.
Got to appreciate seeing Knight trying to improve his three-point shooting. Needs to be sharp from the outside.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Darius Garland picks one up, and he knocks down the first one.
You look at the youth movement here going on in Cleveland. They had a lottery pick to work with 2 seasons in a row. And now a college coach coming in with a bunch of young players. You wonder if some of their veteran guys might not be around the entire season as they look to continue to try to collect some assets to rebuild this franchise.
Robinson drives in.
Clearly a foul.
And that one falls for Robinson. He's off on the second. And it's Cook with the ball for Cleveland. A shot by Knight, no good. And Brent, the Cavaliers have been lucky with high lottery picks.
They got really lucky with that #1 pick in LeBron James many moons ago, Kevin, but it's time for a rebuild here in Cleveland, and you wonder what the rookies that are coming in this season, along with John Beilein as a tremendous offensive coach in college at the University of Michigan, if this all doesn't help accelerate some of the learning curve for these young, talented players.
Here's Cook. Here's Wade, a second chance effort, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he makes the first.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
At the line for 2. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And last season for the Clippers, it was a collection of smaller guys who played big.
But very effective with those kind of lineups with shorter, very effective offensive players out there. And Lou Williams being a catalyst for what they were doing, coming off the bench and providing a spark. You know, in the fourth quarter, there was always an opportunity for the Clippers, if the game was close, to rely on Lou Williams to get the job done.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Garland, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. That one drops for him. Robinson's got 5 points in the quarter. Cleveland leading by 23. Knight passes to Wade. Back to Knight. Dishes it to Wade. Brent, we're talking about home court advantage. Do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
And here is Garland on the line, and he hits the jump shot.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered by Shamet. Ball's knocked loose. 5 on the clock. Oh, Nance in position. Green with the rebound.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Clarkson passes to Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 17 rebounds.
And Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
To the middle. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Beverly for 3. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to Dellavedova. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Here's Garland. There's the pass to Clarkson. Down low, hangs in the air, and Thompson with the nice bucket inside.
Not easy to prevent Tristan Thompson from scoring in that position. Got to try to body him up.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Garland with it. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the 3.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Stolen by Dellavedova. Passes it to Clarkson. That one goes in. Clarkson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Leonard draws the double, and the wide open shot from Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that in high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Now Garland. Feeds to Wade. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
Man, he's guarded by Knight. Man. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Robinson against Knight. Pass to Wade. That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Cavaliers making a switch here. Porter's checked in. 1:33 left in the 4th. Clock at 2. Here's Knight. And it's Cavaliers with the rebound. Cavaliers got his 4th rebound in this one.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Kevin Love.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Here's Zubac. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First free throw is good.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Porter dishes to Wade. Knight on the wing. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Wade kicks to Knight. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Magruder. Here's Mann. The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA.